chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Let's go! Let's go! He leaves it with his back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 50.
Found a space on the right.
As it comes to this open, it's going to take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that run? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ready up. Here we go. Looking for space. It's Monroe. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here we go. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Here we go. Hand off from the gun. Just willed his way through a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Get set, get set. They'll go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down for this defense.
Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. On the uphill, quick play to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Converts on 4th down and he's still going. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. From the gun, the running
good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gordon. Breaks into the open. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly.
Power football with the run. Creates a little space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their side.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Lasso.
Holds and fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On the ready.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. And he was in just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is. When the defense gets that stop on 3rd down, fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Bennett. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quick pass on the jet motion.
It's a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Dukes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. He has enough to move the chains.
Look at some of this offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Harbor. Seems to complete to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass.
offensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the first down marker, still running. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and his offense is in business. And the Dukes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this to do like I like those long touchdown passes. Watch us throw it short, and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Madden. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gonna try the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback through his progression.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun. Give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Moves. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball on the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He made the catch, and the defense will force a turnaround down.
Aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
The Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but just they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This one's complete. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Here we go. Leaves it with the right back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. 42 Spider. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Gordon.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Green wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. Here we go. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these 3rd downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the first down.
Here we go. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Matt. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourself. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
Get set, get set.
They want to run this quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Harbor. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down with a really solid effort. But got a yardage he put on the punt return. May get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off play action on first down. Right down the middle. He's right downfield. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 28. Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be and know where to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The play action fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Got it in his hands for the score and led forward The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. He splits the upright. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And after that short game, they'll go locker room. It's halftime here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive line and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to play you just like in the first 30 minutes. You cannot.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. 29. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Tulane lines up on third and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run for it on third and short. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gonna swing it on second down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. Lasso! puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Here we go, here we go. RPO complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. Getting to the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
That man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice outright connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Set ready. They'll go right back to the line. Got the first down. Looking for more.
So nice to have guys that make these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, you can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 10 to New Mexico State. The action never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Right in the middle. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Clear! Clear! Jackrabbit! Ready, go! Wants to throw on first down. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of the time to get to that first down mark.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Hunt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. Switch to the line. Very little room. Make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's a hit. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their own initiative. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Fearsome pressure.
just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit.
They make the stop after he picked up a 3, balls at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Harper. Dumps it to the back. They make the tackle, and he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the second.
That's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Send the tight end in motion. From the gun. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game. They've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Quarterback moving. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he's going to bring this one up. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt. Going for it all. It's back up. 13th time he's done that this year. And he'll be knocked out.
Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on third down. Wants to throw. It's Harbor. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
Punt is in the air. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the game.
Yeah, or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They're dealing with a second and long.
42 Spider.
Wants to go up top.
In this moment in the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate, to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the fourth quarter. That is bad news for this offense.
The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long.
Griffin. Come on, set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down.
Here we go.
Give to the running back. Not much room to run. Let's give it one to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Okay,
After defense and get the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And he'll haul it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
And Reese, we know the fullback's job. He's in there to block consistently, so it's a nice job by the offense, slipping him out of the backfield, throwing him a bone. He catches it, does the rest, and gets it to the end zone.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie.
Here we go.
It's complete to the right. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Harper. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Dukes will send out the punt unit. They'll take it on the return. And they'll get it on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Cricket.
Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Finds him in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end run.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going.
Spider.
Looking for space. It's Monroe. He is right out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The RPO is complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here.
Easy.
He wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Monroe. Touchdown, Green Wave. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25 to attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets the give. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to New Mexico State. The action never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that? We'll definitely be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. It's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the fourth quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Catch in the middle. It's Harrell. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Get it out on the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football.
clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Quick completion to the right. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. The holder will mark his spot at the 34. A 44-yard attempt, almost certainly for the game. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And this... they blocked it. That's a good ball, and the defense has it. Fourth quarter's not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
These teams have played so well back and forth, evenly contested games. A little free football, Jesse.
Yeah, I love this game. Free football. Finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
We'll get it started here in overtime.
Pound 55.
They go to the ground. Running to Green. There he goes. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And they grab the lead here in overtime.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
And remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and then the second overtime, the 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Muscling ahead on third and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down. Pick it up here or this game is over. He might want another play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Fourth and long. long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. On fourth down, looking to pass.